Well, glad this week's over, honestly. It's just kind of a tough week for us all together with coming off that big win last week. We talked all week about respecting our opponent, which I think we did. And just at the end of the day, we got through with a victory. So, Coach Planey is a really good football coach. He did some things defensively that had us kind of scrambling a little bit early. And the kids played hard. His group played hard. So that we expected that. We got that. Glad we got that. It's going to make us better. Looking forward to just putting this behind us and moving forward. Goal is to be 2-0, and we're 2-0. So we're happy with that.
Coach, they kept showing that 4-2 box, and you just kept running into it. Was that just sort of, they're going to give it to us, we're just going to run it?
Well, they showed us 4-0 box or 4-1 box most of the time. And I thought Will did a really good job of getting us into the right plays, and then they just rallied to it. So, we had to be, and, we're a big play offense, always have been. I told Will at halftime, don't get anxious and do dumb things because we're frustrated with 5-6 yards of play. I think at halftime we're at about 6 yards of play. We upped it in the second half, but at halftime it was around 6.5 yards of play. Don't get frustrated with that. Just continue to manage the game, and they did. And then those small plays turned into some big plays later in the game. Yeah, we gave him so much crap last year for having one touchdown. I mean, he scored 1% of the time that he touched the ball. 100 catches and one touchdown. So he's tired of hearing it, and I can't explain that because he's a really good player, and we focused on that and probably targeted him more, in those situations. So it was good to see him get in the end zone. Pretty good. Nothing. We're allergic to turnovers again. We had a couple. Did we get any? Drayvon got one. That was a heck of a catch by Drayvon too. Norwood caused the fumble. It goes right into Hakeem's hands, and then boom, he drops it. And then Kenny's deal, he had that thing and just lost it. But pretty solid. They were averaging about 4 yards of play at halftime. We gave up one drive. Penalties are probably the biggest thing that we got to, identify. Way too many penalties. Don't even want to look at it, honestly. But overall played okay. Just nothing like spectacular, and that was the thing at halftime. I really didn't know what to say to them other than the fact just go out there and finish the game because we weren't doing anything spectacular on either side of the ball. But we weren't doing anything terrible either.
Do you have a feel for how many of those penalties were effort and how many were just kind of you really don't like?
I don't know. It's a good question. We weren't penalized at all last week, and then this week we had, it was bad. So, and I was talking with the referees out there, and they felt like we were doing some uncharacteristic things that they haven't seen out of us in the past few years. So I don't know if it's technique. I don't think it was effort. I don't think our effort was bad. I don't know. We got to look at it. But it's not good. We didn't play smart.
And then Giovanni Stewart at linebacker, it went into the thought to move him from safety to linebacker. Obviously numbers are a problem, but
just getting the best 11 out there more than anything. We didn't want David to be the shortest linebacker in the country anymore. So we put Giovanni there. It makes David feel like he's a much bigger player. Giovanni's he's a good player for us and is making a lot of plays that, I had to reduce his special teams reps because we started him. He made plays out there. That's what he played in high school. He was a line of scrimmage guy in high school, and the closer he is to the ball being snapped, I think the better he is. So, he's went from bandit to spur, now to backer. He's a good player.
Coach, what can you tell us about Alex Singfield, both his performance tonight and his status?
Yeah, I don't. He should be fine, but we're going to need all those guys. You know, I mean, you know, Sink was. I think he got the first carry based on what the play was. I don't consider any of them starters. They're all good players. You know, Letty went in there and didn't look like a freshman to me. I mean, that was pretty spectacular watching him run the ball. But all those guys are going to be needed. You know, halftime, we knew Sink was out. I thought Petaway was going to be out. He had an ankle as well, but he went out there and played good in the second half, and then those other guys did as well. So we're going to need them all.
Coach, you guys have spread the ball around a lot, just between all those running backs you mentioned, and I don't have it in front of me, but a whole bunch of receivers catching the ball too. Just how nice is it to be able to have that many guys that can go out and make plays?
I don't know if we're there yet. I don't know what you mean by that many guys that are able to make plays. You know, we play in a league that has a lot of good players, so we're constantly trying to develop depth, and you know, when guys go down, other guys got to go in and play. You know, we got a long ways to go. This is just 2 games, and our goal is to be 2-0, and now we're 2-0. So we'll get back to work tomorrow.
Were they paying added attention to Sills, or were you trying to get the ball spread around?
I think they were. I mean, there is some empty boxes. There is some stacked coverages going on with him. You know, which means other people are going to be able to make plays. I thought Marcus played his best game that he's played since he's been here. So that's the quarterback's job. We need to recognize what they're doing, what they're trying to take away, and you know, have the wherewithal with play calls and decision making at the quarterback spot to get the ball at in other spots. I thought Will did a really good job of that tonight.
Any reason why your guys went so crazy when they made the school?
Just a good teammate, I guess. You know, I mean, Dom's been here for 2 years now and hadn't really made a play. And so he looked at me and he said, "Coach, I finally made a play." I said, "Yeah, you did. You've been here for 2 years and you hadn't done anything. Good job." Now, that was a penalty, and that was really stupid of our bench, especially number 8, whose helmet was like out there on the numbers as he ran down the sidelines. That's a stupid penalty, and we had to kick off from the 20. I should have put Marcus on kickoff team to start to have to go cover on that. So, you know, they're having fun. I mean, our guys like football and they like to have fun, but obviously that type of behavior is not going to be tolerated. And if it ever happens when the game is on the line, then that person probably will wish they were never born.
Something good about Marcus, his reputation has been just run straight ahead. And it's like they respect that a lot of opponents do. It's just a natural thing now where if he gets underneath stuff, it's going to be easy to catch for.
Yeah, if you look at what they did defensively, they weren't going to get beat deep. I mean, they were going to give us the run and hope that we just handed it off every time, and then when we snapped it, they were going to roll people into the box and play everybody else off. So that's why all this stuff was underneath, you know, and our completion percentage was high based on that. I thought Jake did a good job of not forcing things, and you know, it's you know, you got to take what they're giving you, and if that's underneath stuff, then in the run game, then we need to be patient with it, and I thought we were today.
Is that something Will had to learn? Last year it seems like he forced some things looking for big plays. Is he better at that this year?
Yeah, much better. Yeah, much better. I mean, it's year 2 in the same offense, you know, and we're better everywhere around him too, you know. But we were a big play offense last year. You've heard us talk a lot about efficiency. Well, that's efficiency. Whatever the defense is giving you, that's what we need to take and be happy with it. You know, and it was a step in the right direction today.
Chase getting the start at right guard. He had a good week of practice, obviously.
He did. He's doing better. You know, Joe Brown's is still got a ways to go conditioning wise. The dude hadn't played football in a couple of years, so you know we felt like we played him too much last week. So we moved Chase in because Chase played better than Isaiah Hardy did. We're experimenting with Isaiah at tackle. Isaiah's got a redshirt year as well. Doesn't mean we're going to, but we're experimenting with it. So we moved Chase to guard and had a good week. So, you know, felt like he deserved the start, so we gave him the start.
Did you get as many guys in the game as you wanted to?
I think we're trying, you know, especially on a lot of the special teams. We got a lot of young kids in. I know on kickoff we did a good bit. PAT field goal, we did a good bit. In punt return, we did a good bit as well. So I would think we did. I think we'll be happy with that. Last thing, really proud of our crowd too. You know, with the weather coming in, you didn't know how it was going to be. The initial forecast was rain. Glad we got the man trip ready to roll. You know, I don't know who saw it, who didn't, but started a little wave to the Children's Hospital over there. That's going to continue. That was awesome. But the man trip was awesome. The attendance was awesome. Crowd was great. So really appreciate Mountaineer Nation coming out. Good to be 2-0.
Thanks, Coach.
See y'all.